Welcome to another edition in my new deleted scenes video series that I'll be testing out this year, where I go through and break down the deleted scenes from the different Star Wars movies, starting here with Revenge of the Sith, which has 15 different deleted scenes and animatics. I haven't had much time in the schedule to fit these videos in recently, but if you all show your support for the videos like these, then I'll be sure to find ways to keep them coming. This video's deleted scene is titled Exiled on Dagobah. Let's get into it. It may have just been because it's been a while since I've gone through one of these, but this deleted scene interested me a lot in particular because it's quite different from some of the other ones I've done so far. Up until now, it's really just been deleted scenes that take place in scenes like Coruscant or the Separatist Dreadnought. So while the scene offers more in terms of dialogue and story content, it's still just a bland setting that hasn't been furnished in the final stages of CGI. But this one is different in that it very briefly shows Yoda arriving with his escape pod on Dagobah. I do like what it has to offer, but I also like the fact that it was cut in the final version of Revenge of the Sith. Because it is so short, less than a minute in fact, it feels like something that would drastically disrupt the pacing of the film if included. Maybe it would have worked if it was put in somewhere shortly before the final scene of Obi-Wan giving young Luke to the Lars on Tatooine, but even the tone of that scene feels very different from everything else we get at the end. Like Vader and Palpatine overlooking the Death Star, the Organos holding young Leia, and then the Lars watching the binary sunset. It does have that feel of looking to the future, but Yoda's doesn't have the same hopeful feel that I get from the scenes on Alderaan and Tatooine. And it's also not like Yoda arriving on Dagobah is alluding to any major thing coming in the future, like the Death Star. He just lives there for a few decades, grows older and weaker, eventually trains Luke, and then dies. It isn't like that location specifically has had any profound impact on the main storyline of the Skywalker saga. It's far from a necessary scene, and although it would be a nice connection to the original trilogy, showing Yoda's pod opening up into what eventually becomes the hut that he lives in, I like the ending of Revenge of the Sith solely focusing on the fall of Anakin and the fate of the two Skywalker twins that descended from him. Yoda's inclusion just doesn't really fit in there emotionally, as he isn't a character that I would consider a main character in either of the trilogies or with the Skywalker bloodline, at least in the same vein that someone like Obi-Wan is. Let me know what you think of this deleted scene in the comments below. Remember to like the video and subscribe for more videos breaking these down. And remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.